in the school system when I'm already paying taxes. So I'm paying twice.
Send your child to a school maybe 5 miles away because the school next to you is just terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a bad rating.
Or you don't even have a choice where you send your child.
Hey, you know what? I haven't been in school in years, but you know these schools are that terrible, and they have all this money. There must be some fine dining in that cafeteria. I mean, they must have some of the best cuisine. They serve filet mignon in that school.
Nothing but high blood pressure and diabetes. You know, because sugar, soda.
It's changing though. It's changing. In the school's defense, it's changing. They take soda out of the soda machines out of the schools and public buildings and. I think there's a lot of people, especially younger generation of teachers and you know just people with degrees have acknowledged how bad public education in Boston wasn't taken seriously, and I do think there's a reform and it's changing with a lot of the Boston public charter schools that are around. I see a lot of the younger teachers and some of the older ones who really value a child's education, and they're trying. It is changing. I think it's changing.
So for you, Big Game James, when you look at a mayor, you'll be looking at the school system.
Education is a big deal for me, but I still do got the stigma, and my child will not be attending Boston Public Schools.
Dang, that's sad.
I'm sorry.
For me, I don't have any children in the Boston Public Schools, so what I look for is any way that they can reduce my taxes. Any way that they can reduce the amount of taxes and make this place do more to make this place, a friendlier place for someone like myself. I want to see vision. I want to see a mayor with conviction. I may not agree with everything that the current mayor of Boston does, but he has vision, and he had a path. And he stuck with it. And I want to see that from the next mayor. I may not agree with everything that the next mayor does, and like I said, I don't agree with everything that this current mayor has done, but he or she better have a strong vision for what they want to do with the city of Boston, where they want the city of Boston to be. And it better be positive. Oh, please. Like when I say strong vision, of course I mean positive. It better be positive. It better be heading in the right direction. It better not be the same as usual. Like the caller alluded to earlier, crony capitalism. I want to see some real change.
That's a big deal. And that's here. That's here.
Yes.
That's been here.
I want to see us go to the next level.
So, for all those who are listening, Anthony Cook wants his taxes cut.
That's a tough one, though. Taxes ain't that bad here for the amenities we get.
What amenities? Where you live at?
Amenities.
I mean, some people pay taxes. They don't even have trash pickup.
We live in a city, man. We live in a city.
They got a septic tank. They don't have their police and fire ain't really all up to par.
We live in a metropolitan city, Big Game James.
Yeah,
it's a very well paid metropolitan.
Those are.
And so the taxes ain't that high for the city.
We have recycling.
We
have the barrels.
An advocate for recycling. She loves recycling.
We got the trash picked up.
Yeah, I mean, we got roads.
I know that there are towns out there that they have to get certain bags and all that in order to, get their trash picked up, and they only have so much of a limit.
We have Hubway. We have alternatives to automobile transportation.
But that's not free, though. That's something that you still have to pay for.
Yeah,
a bike lane is free.
A bike lane is free?
That bike lane ain't free. That costs money to make that bike lane.
I know taxes, but he was talking about our taxes. What do they go to? They're going to resourceful stuff.
Listen, bike lanes cause more problems than if they didn't.
They should have.
They should have the people, those bikers, still ride on the sidewalk.
Hospitals get paid, make more money because that bike lane.
We have sprinklers, lots of sprinkler parks.
Sprinklers. Parks?
Yeah, it's about time.
We got sprinklers.
No, listen.
Oh, but I got window washers at the red lights.
It's about time, bro.
You, as a mom, as a homeowner, as a wife, I too agree with Public and Big Game James that the schools are very important. Why? Because they keep kids off the streets. They educate our children. Boston has the best colleges, but we have the worst primary education, meaning like first grade up to 12th grade.
It's pretty bad.
So I mean, that's a big problem. And we also have pretty high crime rates, and it's not really safe. So again, as a mother, as a wife, and as a homeowner, I just think you have to start with the schools first in order to create jobs, in order to get the youth off the streets, in order to improve our school systems, in order to increase land property. There's just so much that the city needs and safety, but you have to start with the schools.
I know Blue Collar's not a Boston resident, so he's looking like, I don't care about this topic.
No. I agree with education. I think the youth need to be remedied. I noticed they put a new library in Grove Hall.
It's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice, but I wonder if it's just to prepare for more gentrification.
That's coming.
That's there. What do you mean it's coming?
It's already here.
Yeah,
It's
so
already
that's why I think they built it.
But-
So to me, no, listen, like, it's not about what these elected officials can do for you, because most of them are corrupt, most of them are stupid. It's about what you can do for yourselves and what you can do for each other. We need to remedy each other.
But I'm saying we elect these individuals to be our voice, be our representatives.
Yeah.
So we want them to represent us as voters, as
I know.
people who pay taxes.
I say pick the best one you can find, but at the end of the day, change ain't going to happen from the top and it's going to fix us all. I think we need to change each other.
Yeah, we definitely have to change the body, and I do agree with you, but the body itself needs to change the head. And if we vote for the right individuals and we ask the right questions.
That head and that body have a long neck.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of
That's
tired of
true.
that same
That's-
old song, man.
That's true. That's true.
With a lot of kinks in it.
That's true. But for me, like I said, I'm in a situation where I think it's imperative to deal with the schools, because I am tired of walking up and down these streets in Boston and see all these young men and women with no direction. None. I'm like, it's 12 o'clock, and why do I see so many kids out on a Wednesday?
How can you have direction in your school days from like 7 to 2?
That's
or
another
7 to
thing,
1?
too, though. That's another thing. How can you learn from 7 to 2?
You can learn a lot, man.
You
No,
can't
you
learn.
you
can't. No,
What do
you
you mean?
cannot.
What do you mean, like 7
My
to 2
school
straight,
day
or
was
do you
like
need
from
breaks?
9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
But you had like breaks.
That's overkill.
You
but-
had breaks.
That definitely is overkill.
Yeah, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's like 12-hour days.
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy. That's like a job.
outrageous.
Did you get paid for that? You got paid to go to school? No.
I met a kid from Korea. He had like 18-hour-long school days.
Exactly.
No,
Love
that's
it.
not possible.
Love it.
18 hours. Stop.
That's crazy.
Stop making up stuff.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't spending
No,
all
but
that
I
time.
wanna encourage our listeners to really go on these websites, and you can either go to a meet and greet or host a meet and greet if you want to show off your house, have a couple of people over. Really get to know these candidates, because Menino was in office for 20 years.
Forever.
That was like
Just say forever.
Yeah.
that's like my whole
Since we were
lifetime. So yeah, I mean, I really encourage you guys to go on their websites, do a meet and greet, or go to a meet and greet, because you can listen to a debate, but you really won't be able to get to know them as people unless you go to a meet and greet or host one yourself.
And when you go to that meet and greet, and you still, at the end of the day, won't really know that person.
I think you know them on a deeper level, though, and what they stand for.
No,
Now, they're putting on a show.
I'm not from Boston, so I don't know the candidates. But who do you? Anybody here have someone they like?
no, I don't.
But Blue, before you get into that, how do you think your town is affected? Because Boston
Of
is the
course
capital
it
of
is.
Massachusetts.
Of course it
How do
is.
you think your town is affected by what happens in
I
Boston?
kind of live like a social hermit. Like, I don't know anything about the media. I really do.
That's a good answer.
I, mean,
But,
I do a lot. I do a lot like of private research, but I don't watch the news. I listen to NPR, but I don't watch the mainstream news. But I mean, I have been seeing the signs, but I don't know anything about the candidates. So is there anybody that you guys like?
okay, all right. Well,
For me, I haven't developed a decision yet because I don't know enough information. But one of the things that one individual said, he wants to tackle and hold these colleges accountable, because we have some of the best educational systems, secondary educational system in the world. The Harvards, the MITs, the BUs, BCs, you name it. There's a college on every block. But why are there not better pipelines to these colleges? Why don't we receive more tax-free education? Why don't we receive more scholarships? I don't get it. There's so
Maybe-
many colleges here. There's
maybe
so
the
many
scholarships
hospitals.
are there, but they
Nah.
just don't have them. They just don't advertise like, "Hey, we got scholarships."
Well, the
Check it out.
scholarships are there, but the scholars ain't.
No.
The scholarships-
Public
No,
school.
no,
I
don't.
think what you're furthermore saying is that the scholarships are available to everyone. But say, for example, O'Brien, you go to a school, you have a partnership or internship with Northeastern, you do it for like 1 or 2 years. Northeastern, as because they've already taught you so much, they just automatically give you a scholarship to their school. That will bring the youth up in. That will bring the youth from Boston up to the level of the college and the universities that are in this area.
Does the mayor have the power to do that?
Yes, he does.
Yes.
He can do whatever he wants. and it's been proven. Look around. Look around your city. Look around your street. There's changes in your state on your street.
I see you don't have a Whole Foods in your.
you got a Whole Foods.
neighborhood.
I see Suffolk Construction putting up stuff everywhere.
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
you might see a check on the mayor's office from Suffolk Construction.
Yeah.
Mayor, don't shut us down.
But my child can't get in Northeastern.
But and that's the thing too, though. Like,
Northeastern's
Think about
almost an
who's at
orchard.
Northeastern. Do you think they're
if
Boston
I had
residents?
No.
If I had an opportunity to homeschool my child, I don't have a child right now, but like if I had an opportunity to homeschool, I would homeschool.
But you might not want to be a social hermit either.
No,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
mean, I sign him up for jiu-jitsu and a kickboxing class if you meet people there. But I'm saying because I saw this kid, he did not look socially awkward at all. He was homeschooled. He graduated from molecular biology at the age of 17. He got his bachelor's degree.
But he didn't have to go. See, I don't know. I'm always on the fence with the homeschool thing because I think that who determines, I had to go through every grade. I had to pass a certain curriculum. And if this individual is homeschooled, who determines
You got 3.9 GPA.
where they're at? But from his mother?
No, from the college.
No, I'm saying, no, you know what I mean?
He got his high school education, all that stuff at home, but he went to college.
And he had 3.9?
He had a 3.9 at the age of 17. He got his bachelor's degree.
That's powerful right there.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
And he did not seem socially awkward at all. They're interviewing him. He was very.
How
bright.
much is homeschooling? Education to me should be free. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't have to pay for education.
Yeah.
A good education.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're in the wrong country.
But you can pay for
I
good.
know.
You could pay for a good prison stay.
Oh, man.
$72 to $127 a night.
Oh.
Man, prison
As long
is
as you spend 12 hours a night.
But, I was gonna say, just talking or watching the discussions about the different candidates, it seems like most of them were pushing their own agenda. So if there was a teacher, he was pushing their own education. If there was a police officer, he was pushing police
Public
and
safety.
If there was a district attorney, I don't know. I kind of don't really like
Lock
them,
people
so
up.
Exactly. So
Lock 'em up.
it seems like everyone was pushing their own agenda, but I do have two favorites, and yeah.
Is Arroyo one of
You
them?
gotta keep it at that.
I think I like Arroyo.
I'm gonna keep two of them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I don't want nobody coming to my house and don't sweep in front of my house because
Yeah,
I voted for the wrong person.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna give my mayor spiel right now, if I was running for mayor, I think especially in the city of Boston, I think one of the key things that I would tackle is the lack of jobs for the youth. Because this summer I saw more kids with idle time than I've ever seen before. What happened to ABCD? Anybody knows? Is it still around?
Well, remember red shirts?
Yeah, what happened to
They're
that?
now
I don't
green
see.
shirts.
Okay, well I don't see no green shirts like
well,
that.
no.
They
It's still around,
probably
but
had
that's still
like
around.
600 positions. Now they only have like
What,
200,
15?
so it's less funding.
And it might be for certain people. We have to fit a certain income. Your family got to have a certain income. So
Okay.
I don't know. But
So you got to make like $1,000
still
a year
around.
to make it. All right.
Yeah, I couldn't qualify when I was a kid for the red shirts because
Yo,
they
man.
said I made too much money, and I'm like, that's BS because
Hey,
I'm sitting here like.
These programs are some of the worst programs on the planet. I feel like because they should be for everybody. If you want to really set up a program, everybody should be a part of it, so you can learn. Another thing too, though, what I like, one of the mayors said. Oh, I think I might have mentioned it to him.
What the candidate said?
One of the candidates, not Canada. I'm thinking about Detroit and Canada. See, I'm all messed up. One of the candidates. He wants to implement like a program.
You gave it away. You said he. There's a she.
Okay, well, it wasn't her.
He
He wants to implement
We
a
hit it
program.
down to 11.
Yeah, a program where if you go to school on Monday, say for instance Boston High, Tuesday you would go to school at Northeastern and take a couple classes.
So you all about this pipeline to the
I'm all
colleges.
about because I think these colleges
So that's a good idea.
they're raping. I think these colleges are raping the city. They are. I feel like they're taking away so much money because they don't pay taxes.
Because they
that's
don't pay
number one.
taxes.
They don't pay
but-
taxes.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell people, man, if these colleges wasn't had, where would people work?
Yeah, so
True.
let's
No,
bring